Hi, welcome to my channel, Mo Moon. My name is Mo. Welcome to the second video in my Qliphothic journey videos. So it is Friday, October 6, 2023. And it's been a couple days since I entered the Qliphothic realm of Lilith, also known as Nehemoth. I was expecting to have vivid dreams and a lot of imagery given to me in regards to this Qliphoth and what I was supposed to learn, but I didn't have any dreams in the past couple nights, but I did have quite a vivid experience doing my ritual, and I did learn a very valuable lesson, and I will share that with you now. I just want to show you, before I do that, I just want to show you a picture of what the ritual looked like. It was really simple. I just took a picture. That was after I drank the wine. I just took a quick picture because I was so overwhelmed with the lesson that I had just learned, and it felt so real that I thought it was real. So things have kind of settled now, and I was able to document a little bit about what I learned. But here's a picture of my ritual when it was done. So on the Qliphothic tree, the lowest realm is the realm of Lilith. In my previous video, I told you how I did a ritual for Lilith to enter into Lilith's cave and to ask her to open the gates to the night side. And I stepped into the gates of the night side a couple nights ago. So I'm just gonna read to you what I wrote in my journal. 3:48 p.m. October 4th, 2023. So today's October 6th, so it's been a couple days. October 4th, 2023, Mercury Day, at work, waiting to start. So I've entered Nehemoth. It was horrible. I'm not sure if it will get worse or if that was the worst of it, just getting in, you know? I experienced pain, I experienced heartache and heartbreak, sorrow, loss, apprehension, doubt, fear. The most important thing to me betrayed me in the realm of Nehemoth. It will take a while to process and get onto paper how I feel. Last night I spent the night alone to detach from responsibilities in the 3D realm. After last night, I wanted to self-sabotage. I thought about being single again and never trusting a man again. I thought about calling in sick for work today. I thought about going on a sick leave. I thought about spending all my saved money. I thought about neglecting my health. I just wanted to self-destruct. That's how horrible entering Nehemoth was for me. Now at work, starting in 5 minutes, and things feel so much better. But I still have so much shadow work to do. I need to unpack these emotions, these thoughts, these worries, these doubts, these fears, and so it is. So now I will, that same day at 9:19 p.m., I started to write about the experience, and I didn't get to finish, but the next day I wrote the final part of what I experienced. So 9:19 p.m. I smoked some cannabis last night and started setting up for my Nehemoth ritual. I realized I forgot a few items in my car. Days off are few and far between, and I didn't want to put off entering Nehemoth till the next week. It felt like it was time. I put some outdoor clothes on and decided to make my way to my car down the street. I knew I was high, but I was on a mission. I don't remember much. There were a couple people I passed by. On my way back into the building, I passed a young blonde woman with long hair, but I dismissed seeing her as I was on a mission to get my ritual done. I'm walking down the hall and I hear a voice. Why? Because you just got seduced by a succubus? Did the young blonde woman meet a man in the hallway? Was he distracted by me? Why is she angry? I'm an older woman. Geez. And then the next day I wrote this part to finish off what I experienced. As I'm walking away, I hear a young man's voice. I got seduced by my mother. Yeah, I think to myself, aware of my body more than ever, I probably could be your mother. I get back home and feel a presence with me. The young boy who brought him in here. I feel a presence with me. The young boy who brought him here. Nama. I feel awkwardly naked and exposed, but I refocus. I have a ritual to do. The young boy seems afraid yet interested. Black magic? I read the instructions in my book, all the while being viewed as a sex object, a succubus seducing a young boy. I start to feel distracted, but it's my discomfort. There's someone else here, a familiar presence. My partner, and someone is seducing him, but I have no idea who. I feel horrible and betrayed, but I set up my ritual and perform it. I realize during the ritual, the succubus is no longer me. It is a younger woman, and the familiar presence is my partner. Seduced by a younger woman, who only now do I realize was the spirit of Nama. I feel horrible, but I finish the ritual and sit down. Did my partner really cheat on me? It seems so real. I need space. I go back to my sister's apartment, to my apartment room to be alone that night, to reflect. And that's when I start to think about everything, to think maybe I'd be better off alone. Are all men so easy? I realize now that it was a dark lesson, a shadow analogy, not real, but a lesson about Lilith. Nama teaching me a lesson about her sister Lilith and her betrayal, her fall. Nama is a succubus. She represents the temptation. The Qliphoth teaches us about the parts of life that scare us, that spark fear or strong feelings of discomfort. The Qliphoth of Lilith has to do with our kingdom, the places that make us feel at home, the home of our body, and the shame the world imposes on us for aging. There's always someone younger and more beautiful. Our kingdom, our partner, our spouse, our boyfriend, our girlfriend, the homewrecker, the succubus, Nama. Lilith, the first Qliphoth ruled by Nama. So that's where my writings end on the Qliphoth of Nehemoth. But what I want to say is, the first Qliphoth is called Lilith or Nehemoth, and it is ruled by Nama, who is Lilith's sister. Nama is a succubus, as I believe is also Lilith. But this Qliphoth being ruled by Nama, Lilith's sister, was to show me what it felt like to be Lilith and to be rejected in the Garden of Eden the way she was, to be shut down, to be dismissed, to be disrespected. And that's how I felt during my whole preparation and ritual time. I felt like at first I felt like I was the succubus and I was luring in this young boy, and it felt somewhat discomforting for me because I'm not attracted to young men. I'm not attracted to other men. In general, I find other men to be handsome sometimes, but the most handsome man I've ever met has been my partner of 20 years. And I'm not really one to be that sexual succubus type. So when I started to feel that way, I was in discomfort. And then I started to feel like I was the one being betrayed. And that's how I think Nama wanted me to see how Lilith felt when she was betrayed by Adam in the Garden of Eden. And maybe that's just a myth, but it's an interesting comparison for my situation performing this ritual to enter the first Qliphoth of Nehemoth, and the experience that I was experiencing in my mind and my subconscious, being betrayed by my partner to a younger woman. And maybe Adam, when presented with Eve after having disagreements with Lilith, chose Eve over Lilith. And Lilith was a faithful partner, even though she wanted to be independent. She wanted to be free. She wanted to have her own mind. She wanted to be independent, and she was seen as rebellious. And because she was seen as rebellious, just like I was performing black magic, she was rejected by her original partner, who was Adam. And I'm not saying that Lilith didn't want to separate from Adam, but I think that Lilith has some very faithful qualities, and she would have been faithful to Adam had he treated her with respect. But he went for another woman, Eve, and Lilith had to stand up for herself and be confident. Just like I had to be confident when I left this condo to go back to my apartment where my sister lives, because I needed space, because I thought that honestly my partner had cheated on me, which I know now is not the case. He would never cheat on me. He's not that type. But to experience it like it was real made me realize what it must be like for a woman to be cheated on by her partner, especially a woman who is older than the woman that is the home wrecker, so to speak. And, you know, we each make our own choices. I'm not judging people for cheating. I'm just saying I experienced what it feels like to be cheated on. And it was so real that I thought that I'd actually been cheated on. And now that I've had time to think about it and talk to my partner about it, I realize that that never happened. But that was the shadow aspect of Nehemoth. That was the shadow of that shadow Qliphoth of the tree of night, the night side tree, the dark side of the tree of the Kabbalah, the tree of life. And it is the kingdom that you start with, the kingdom of Nehemoth, the kingdom of your body, the kingdom of what makes you feel at home, what is your kingdom, what you built to create, and the shadow of when that kingdom is destroyed and taken away from you. So I do want to do a ritual to honor Nama. I want to do a ritual to honor Nama, and I want to do a ritual to honor the demon that connects Nama through the tunnel to the next Qliphoth, which at this time I'm not sure what the name of the next Qliphoth is, but it's the 9th Qliphoth. We go from 10 to 9. And so I will do a ritual for Nama to honor her and what she taught me. And that's not in the book, but I just feel like I want to do that. And I also want to do a ritual to tap into the energy of the demon that guards the tunnel from Qliphoth 10 to Qliphoth 9 on the tree of the night side. So I hope this was a helpful video. Thank you for coming along with me in my journey, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.